Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Fun with Food Prep. Thank you for joining us today. I am the illustrious host, Carolyn Morrison, and this is my daughter,
Kaylin.
What's your last name, kiddo?
Morrison.
Okay. We just have to make sure she belongs to us every once in a while. So today we are going to make a not so usual or an unusual fruit salad. We're going to use some different fruits that people probably wouldn't normally put in a fruit salad. We're not going to use the usual grapes and pineapples and all of that nifty stuff. We're going to use some unusual fruits, and we did have quite a few questions from our last episode. So we have asked Miss Carrie to read those questions to us, and we're going to take some time and answer those questions while we're making our fruit salad today. So, are you ready to start?
I'm gonna sneeze.
You're gonna sneeze? That's okay, just don't sneeze on the food.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to start today by preparing some strawberries. Now, I know that everybody cuts the tops off of the strawberries, the green part and everything, but we have this nifty little way to do it, and you use a straw. This one is a plastic straw. I think Miss Carrie said it came from Bed Bath & Beyond, but you can use a disposable straw from McDonald's, Burger King, or any fast food place also. We're going to take it and we're going to put it at the end of the strawberry, and we're going to shove it through and pop off the top. Check that out.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
So why don't you cut that up, and I'm going to keep popping the tops off.
I want to try.
You want to try it once too?
Okay.
Okay. I think Miss Carrie's gonna have strawberry in her.
Straw.
Oh, look what we found.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, yay.
My turn.
Okay. Here's a big one.
Yay.
Okay, so put it on the end and shove it and pop off the top. There you go. We might have to clean them up just a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna have to dig out the guts from the straw. But that's okay. Do you want another one? That's all right.
I gotta cut off this top.
That's okay. I'll fix it.
Okay.
Try that one. This is another way that you can have your kids join you in the kitchen, because what kid doesn't like to shove a straw through a strawberry?
But you smush strawberries. It's kind of sad.
Well, and then it keeps them from eating the strawberries too. Because if Kaylin wasn't doing this right now, more would be going in her mouth than in the bowl.
I'm gonna start cutting them.
Okay, first you gotta clean off the green parts, okay? Can you clean off the green parts, or do you want me to clean off the green parts?
You can clean off the green parts.
All right.
I'll just
Let me
cut
do this
these out.
last strawberry here. Okay. All right. Excuse my fingers.
That's all right.
All right.
Where do
Go
I
ahead and put
these?
it right in the bowl, okay?
Okay.
And how small are you cutting the pieces? I bet you can leave them bigger than that.
Okay.
So take that piece, wait a minute, stop. Cut that right in half.
Yeah, that's what I did with the other one.
There you go, leave the pieces like that big. Like that big.
Oh, okay.
We want to be able to taste them and see them. Okay? Here, I'll help you. There we go. Just take the little piece off that didn't come off with the straw. But that makes it quicker to clean them, doesn't it?
Mhm.
Pretty fancy, huh?
Yep. I like strawberries.
You like strawberries?
I think they're very good.
Yeah. What do you like to have strawberries in?
Fruit salad.
Fruit salad. You like to just eat them plain too, don't you?
Yeah. Milkshakes.
Ah.
Strawberry milkshake.
Oh, strawberry milkshakes. If you just cut that down the middle and then cut that in half. Here, watch. Cut it down the middle.
And then.
Cut it in half like this.
Okay.
And then cut this in half like this. So then you kind of have equal pieces.
Okay.
Okay? Here, you can finish that one too. All right? And then, let's see, I'm going to start cutting some kiwis. We're going to use some, on top of the strawberries, we're going to use some kiwi.
You said I could use the kiwi.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel them and then you're going to cut them.
Okay.
And there's this neat way to get a kiwi out.
You use a spoon.
Yeah, so you use a spoon and you slide it underneath the skin and then go around, and then you have, ta-da! With any luck,
A strawberry. Strawberry.
It's a kiwi.
Kiwi.
A kiwi, not a strawberry.
I'm cutting strawberries, that's why.
Yes, and I like kiwi. Kiwis are the best. You know why kiwis are the best?
What?
Because I like to say kiwi.
She gonna ask us the question.
I don't know. Is Miss Carrie going to ask us the questions?
Miss Carrie will ask a question. Her first question comes from herself. Why don't you leave the skin on the kiwi in the fruit salad?
Oh, because it's fuzzy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't eat that.
Miss Carrie eats the skin.
I guess if you really have to eat the skin, you can. But I have this thing about fuzz in my food. I guess I don't want
It's like
fuzzy food.
It's like hair in your mouth.
All right, serious question. Bob in Rochester wants to know, why did you start Fun with Food Prep?
So, Kaylin, why did we start Fun with Food Prep?
So we can start making some money off it and go on more vacations.
Oh, really?
That's what you told me.
Okay. I guess out of the mouths of babes, don't ever say anything you don't want repeated. So, on top of that, I thought that it would be something fun for you and I to do together, to spend time together. And because when I make things and take it to people's houses, they always ask for the recipe and how did I do that and how did I know what to do. So
I'm covered in strawberry
that's
juice.
okay. So I thought that it would be fun to just put it out there so we'd have a place to send people when they asked me how I did that. You need to cut that a little smaller there, Chickie. So on top of the making money part.
Vacations are cool, Kaylin.
Here's your kiwis, okay? Do you want me to put them over here?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. All right. Let me just wipe off my cutting board. It got a little juicy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wipe off mine too.
It got a little juicy with the kiwis. I mean, my hands are a little sticky too, but that's
Can I
okay.
wipe off mine? Because
Yes.
I need to wipe off mine.
Yes. Here you go. Have some paper towels. We're going to have to invest in some paper towels for Miss Carrie.
Yeah.
Why don't you just put it right here in case you need to use it again. Okay. All right. So we got the kiwis. We got the strawberries. And Miss Carrie, what did you say this was again?
Those are apricot plums.
Apricot plums. It's a cross between an apricot
And a plum.
and a plum. All right. So we need to take the seed, otherwise known as a stone. This is called a stone or a seed. Out of the center. Ooh, these are nice and ripe too. It came right out. I hate it when you have to dig them out.
Yeah.
Then you waste half your fruit.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at this one's gonna come right out of there.
I want
Nice.
to see a stone.
But you can't put it in your mouth.
Yeah. Yuck. What happens if you put them in your mouth?
Well, I know with peaches, the seed has arsenic. I think that's how they make arsenic. They grind up the seeds so you don't want to eat them because they're poison. So we don't want to die when we eat our fruit salad. That'd be kind of gross, wouldn't it?
That'd be sad.
Yeah, it would be pretty sad. All right, do you want to cut these up or do you want me to cut them up?
You can cut them up. I'm cutting kiwis.
Okay, how are you cutting those kiwis?
Like I usually cut things. You can cut them in the halves and I just
Okay.
cut them.
What, you know what, you can make bigger pieces.
I know that was just a small piece, cause see, bigger pieces.
Oh, you're okay. You seem to be doing a good job.
And kiwis are pretty easy to cut.
They are, yes, because they're soft.
Yeah. Unless your knife gets stuck in them, like me right now.
Do you need help?
No. Wait.
Don't. There you go.
This thing was in the middle. Was
Yeah,
pretty stiff.
sometimes that centerpiece is a little tough, but it's okay. Wow, we're gonna have a pretty colorful fruit salad with
Yeah.
this nice orange color. That's really nice.
And our mangoes.
Yeah. So, how we doing?
Good.
So we've got, what did we put in so far? Strawberries
Strawberries, kiwi, and
apple plums.
yeah, whatever those things are.
Okay. So we also have some apples. This adds a little crunch because everything that we've put in so far is kind of on the soft side. So we want to have a little crunch in our fruit salad. So we're going to use an apple or 2 or 3.
What
So
kind of
that-
apple is that?
This is a pink lady apple. I usually like to use Honey Crisp, but I was not able to find them at the grocery store. And then when I did find them, I already had these in the bag, and I said, well, we're going to use these.
I like to use Granny Smith. Mommy doesn't.
Well, you know,
She doesn't like sour fruit that much.
well, I just don't like, Smith apples are good for cooking because they don't cook down.
Yeah.
But I kind of like a semi-sweet apple for when we do a salad because it adds a little
Can I cut
extra.
bananas now?
Can you cut bananas? Sure.
So a question from Kathy in Port Crane that kind of goes with what you're saying. How do you know what flavors work well together?
Well, trial and error. I don't follow a lot of recipes. I basically wing it, and I'll put something together, and if it doesn't taste good, we don't do it again. But that's why you have to taste your foods. So if you have an idea of something that you want to put together and you're not sure how it's going to taste, well, put it together and taste it. If you don't like it, then don't do it that way. Try something else. Cooking can be a precision, but it doesn't have to be. It can be very stressful, but it doesn't have to be.
I just dropped a banana.
How about we not put that in the big bowl? We'll just
Can I
take
have another
that.
one?
Yes. Now, if you're at home and you drop it on the floor, 5-second rule, you know, I'll grab it and put it back in the bowl, but we're not at home, so we won't use that
So
one.
can you explain how you're cutting that apple? Because I've never cut an apple that way.
Whoops.
I always try to hold it and peel that middle out. That looks much easier than what I normally do.
Trial and error again. I used to do it that way. I used to hold it and then try and make a little divot where the seeds were. But honestly, I saw somebody on the Food Network do it this way.
We love Food Network.
Yes, we love Food Network. I saw somebody on the Food Network do it this way, and it seemed to be a whole lot quicker and a lot less dangerous. Because you want to make sure that when you're cutting stuff, you always have it on a flat surface. If you have it in your hand, you have more of a chance of cutting yourself because it's not a firm surface.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I just said that funny.
Yeah, you're doing pretty good though. Oops, we don't want to cut that up.
Cut what up?
The core.
Oh, ew.
They do have these tools called apple corers.
I
But-
think there were always apple cutters.
That's a knife. But you want to have, at least when I'm cooking, I want to have a tool that has multiple purposes. I don't want just one tool for one purpose because that just makes a whole lot of clutter. So if I have tools that do multiple things, hold on a second, then it just frees up space for something else that I can use. How many bananas did you cut up?
2.
2?
Can I get one more? Please.
Yes, you can do one more banana. We're gonna have lots of bananas. Here you go.
I like bananas.
I know you like bananas. But now, after we put the banana in, what do we have to do?
We have to put orange juice and honey in it?
No, I made a different mixture. Orange juice and lime juice.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember why we put the orange juice and the lime juice in?
So the all the fruits don't turn brown.
Right, because the acid in the orange juice will keep the bananas and the apples from turning brown. So, how you doing?
Good.
Can we have another question, Miss
Yeah,
Claire?
absolutely. From Jack in Syracuse, what do you think your next step will be?
What do we think our next step will be?
Hmm?
What do you think your next step will be?
Using a bigger knife.
Oh, using a bigger knife. Okay, that's always a good goal. Anything else?
Nope.
No? I think that my next step would be to help people in their homes by teaching people like a one-on-one, or someone gave me an idea of doing an online class.
You're welcome.
To help people start from the beginning. Like I said, we like to watch the Food Network quite often, and I don't know if anybody's heard of, can you put the knife down for a second? That Worst Cooks in America show. I think that people need to start maybe a little more basic than that show even starts, to go into some of the tools, not necessarily just jumping right in to, making all of these big professional meals, but you need to go back and start from the basics. And that's what I would like to do. I would like to help people just start from the basics and learn from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Good?
I would hire you.
And it's something that I like to do. I like to cook and I like to teach people, so
Can you put those in?
yes, but we have to talk about them first. What is in here? What is in this bowl?
Mangoes.
Mangoes. And we did do a little preparing ahead of time. This was the first time I had ever tried to do anything with a mango, so I did it at home because I didn't want to look like I was totally off the wall today. So we did these mangoes at home, and they are organic. So why don't you put those in there?
I'll show them the pomegranates.
Okay. Oops. Here. You want to try?
Yes.
Okay.
Jennifer in Pennsylvania wants to know where you get your recipes.
I get my recipes, again, mainly by watching television, I do watch the educational channel, I watch the Food Network, any of the food programs that I can find, and then I adapt what I see for what I have available to me. And again, it's trial and error. If I see something that one of the chefs on Food Network is making and I'm like, oh, I can do that, then, I try it, and I use my family as guinea pigs, and they'll tell me pretty honestly whether it's a yay or a nay. So, and I have a tendency to not write things down, so I can never make the same thing twice, exactly the same. So I really should start writing them down.
Yes, you should. Yes, you should.
So these are pomegranate seeds.
Yes, and why are they called pomegranate seeds and not pomegranate fruit?
Because when you look at a pomegranate, you think you can just not peel it and eat it, but you have to peel it because what you want to eat is actually on the inside.
They taste pretty good too, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of crunchy. They pop in your mouth.
Yeah.
You can put them in. Oh, I saw that.
Well, Kaylin, while you're dumping that in, we have a question from Piper in Green for you. What is the best thing about cooking with your mom?
I just like to have company when I cook.
You like to have company when you cook? Why don't we put the juice in? Start with a little bit. Don't put the whole thing in. Because I think we're going to have to stir that up. Okay, that's good. That's about half. Okay, let's get a spoon.
Okay, while you're stirring, from Jane in Delaware, is Kaylin's finger okay?
Yeah.
Funny story. After last week's show, she tried to give us some raw meat in our cooking. Kaylin thought that she would learn how to, or she could try to fly at our house. And what happened?
I fell right down the stairs and I didn't try to fly, I just tripped.
You didn't try to fly, you just tripped. And then you ended up with a
Giant bump on my face.
and a little bit of a black eye. It's looking pretty good now. She's okay. We didn't have to go to the emergency room and there was no bloodshed. But boy, was it scary. Scared the living right out of me. I looked over at the stairs and all of a sudden her feet were over the top of her head. Okay, so the last thing that we have
Our dragon fruit.
and these we did find already prepared. A dragon fruit looks like, you can go ahead and put it in. A dragon fruit looks like a little Nerf football with pink, I don't want to say spines because they're not spines, like flower petals coming out of it. And it actually is in the kiwi family. Tastes a lot like a kiwi, but it's a little lighter than a kiwi. And where did we say that dragon fruit is from? Shoe. No, what's the other one?
It's from Thailand.
Thailand,
But
yes.
somebody says it's from Shoeland.
Shoeland.
No, it's next door.
Shoeland is next door. All right.
Can I put the honey in?
Now that we have all of our fruit in and I think we have enough juice. That's really good. We are actually, for a little bit of extra sweetness, we're going to put some honey in. And wait a minute, I want to read what's on the front of the label for the honey. This came from Aldi's. I love shopping at Aldi's now because more and more often when I go in, they have more and more organic items, which is really nice. You can get the organic items and the non-GMO items for a little less than you would at the normal grocery store. So we're going to use some organic wildflower honey. We're going to go around and around.
We're going to eyeball it.
There's a lot of fruit in there, so keep going.
While you're putting honey in, Barb in LA wants to know from each of you, why do you like to cook?
Because we like to cook for our family. And when we do, our family likes what we cook. So that's why we cook together.
I like to cook. No, we're not going to use any more. I like to cook because it's very relaxing to me. And when I make something that my family likes or other people like, it makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside that I made them happy. And I like cooking with you because I get to spend time with you during our cooking times that I don't get to spend with you normally.
And do you think you can teach me to like cooking?
I can teach anybody to like cooking.
You mean we?
Yes, we can teach anybody to like cooking.
I will take you up on that.
Okay, I just need to step over here and wash my hand because it's covered with fruit juice.
Yeah. Any more questions?
One more question from Pat in Binghamton. Who is your biggest inspiration and who taught you how to cook?
Well, Kayla, why don't you answer that one first?
Our inspiration was Rachel Ray and Food Network, I guess.
Well, no, how about your inspiration? Just you personally. Who inspires you to cook? Me? Really?
Yeah.
I love you. Well, I think my biggest inspirations are a lot of things I did learn from my mom, and then I just expanded on them by watching the Food Network. I do think Rachel Ray was an inspiration because she's not a chef, and I know that a lot of the other people on the Food Network are chefs, and she showed that you don't have to be a professionally trained chef. You can be a cook and still progress in the industry and make a name for yourself without having to have that professional training.
Very nice.
Who would like a taste?
I do.
Yeah? Let's see if we can find some little bowls.
How about a mug?
Yes.
Oh, here's a little mug.
Cow on it.
Hey, it does have a cow on it. That's cute. All right. Here we go. Get a fork. Move forward.
Right.
Somewhere in here there's a fork. Oh, here's a little fork. Here, try that. So how does it taste?
Good.
Yeah? What was that you tried?
An apple.
An apple? Ooh, banana. Try some of that dragon fruit.
What's that? I only got one piece.
Here, have another one.
Thank you.
How about Miss Carrie? Would you like to have a taste?
Miss Carrie will eat fruit any day of the week.
We'll just reuse the juice bowl.
Okay.
It's a good thing I know where her stuff is in her house. Here.
Thanks.
Let us know what you think, Miss Carrie. Do we have the seal of approval?
This has been fabulous.
That's a new word.
I just made it up.
You just made it
I
up.
did.
All right, so while everybody's eating, let me show you what this nifty little bowl looks like on the inside. This is our not so usual fruit salad. We used strawberries, mangoes, kiwis, dragon fruit,
Pomegranates,
and those
apple plums.
apple plums, bananas, orange juice, a little bit of lime juice to keep it from turning yellow, and some honey for some sweetness.
I just tried one of those apple plums and they're really good.
It was really good, wasn't it? Thank you so much, everybody, for writing in and sending us some questions. Please keep those questions coming. We'd love to answer the questions. We'd love to hear what you think. Funwithfoodprep@gmail.com. And everybody's chewing, so nobody's talking now. It must be good.
It's amazing.
So please, again, check us out on Facebook, Fun with Food Prep. And again, email us your questions. We love to hear from you, funwithfoodprep@gmail.com. And I am going to dig into this fruit salad, and we will see you again next week for another awesome episode of Fun with Food Prep. And do you want to say anything?
Nope.
No? Okay.
I just want more fruit salad.
You just want more fruit salad? All right. We will see you next week. Thank you all for watching.